Good morning, I hope you're fine. So this morning, our text is taken from the Gospel of St. John, chapter 14, from verses 7 to 14. In this text, Jesus says that I and the Father are one. He says that to have seen me is to have seen the Father. What does Jesus mean when he says that to have seen me is to have seen the Father? When he says this, he's saying this in answer to the question of Philip. You know, Jesus had been teaching them that he was going away, he was going to leave this world, and then Philip says, where are you going? We don't even know the way. And then he says, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And then I'm going to the Father. And Philip goes on and asks the second question, but where's the Father? Show us the Father, and then we will believe. And Jesus answers to this question of Philip by saying that to have seen me is to have seen the Father. Have I been with you all this while, Philip, and yet you do not know me? You see, so what Jesus is trying to say here, the first thing is that he and the Father are identical. He and the Father are one. So the first thing we might want to know about Jesus is that he is God. A lot of people know Jesus as a great historical figure, as a miracle worker, as a healer, as an important person in history. But Jesus also wants us to understand that his primary identity is that of God. He is God. The second thing that I like to say about this is that Jesus goes further to say that if you believe in me, you will do even greater works. If you believe in me, you will do even greater works. So what he's trying to point out is that while he is the same with the Father, he's co-substantial with the Father, as we would say in theology, he's telling us that each one of us is also made in the image and likeness of God. Each one of us can be the hand of God in the life of our brothers and sisters. Now, there's this joke about two men who went to the church to pray. One of them was very rich and the other one was poor. So the poor man was screaming at the top of his voice, "Oh God, please help me with my house rent this month. Oh God, can you just help me? I need help to pay my rent this month. Things are so difficult." And he was shouting so much that the rich man could no longer pray. So he stopped and turned to the poor man and asked him, "So, sir, how much is your rent?" And then the man said, "So amount." And then he gave him a check and said, "Please go pay your rent and allow me to pray." So child of God, this morning, God is trying to remind us that each one of us, if we believe in Jesus, we can do even as much as Jesus has done. He came and healed people. He came and cared for the poor. We too are also invited to do the same. That is why Jesus says that if you believe in me, you will do even greater works than I am doing. Now, as a third and final thing I'd like to say about this also, when Jesus says that I and the Father are one, when he says that to have seen me is to have seen the Father, it means that there's an element of resemblance there. We are called to resemble God. God invites us to constantly try to look like him. Every day to struggle to be more and more like him. Jesus is the perfect image of the Father because he had a personal, very intimate relationship with God. We too can begin to develop our personal relationship with God in order to resemble him more and more. I remember that some time ago when I started sending out these audios and videos to my brothers and friends, one of my brothers did say that you are beginning to speak like Arsene Wenger. And I'm like, why? Of course we laughed over it, but when I thought about that, I didn't realize that Arsene Wenger is a football coach who is actually from this place, from Alsace, where I live in France. So what I think may have happened is that having lived here for a number of years, I have unconsciously developed my English in a way that resembles the accent of the local people here. So when you go close to people, you begin to resemble them. If you come close to God, you begin to resemble God. So when Jesus says to us this morning that he and the Father are one, that to have seen him is to have seen the Father, I'd like to ask you the question, when people see you, who do they see? When people see you, who do they see? So the person that you want them to see is the person you want to be close to. Because if you move with a goat, as we say in Africa, you will soon eat grass. So let us try to come closer to God, more and more closer to God, so that we will become even more like him. May Almighty God bless you, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.